Good morning, faculty, family, friends, and distinguished guests, and a very special good morning to Vanderbilt University's class of 2016. My name is Lizzy Shahnasarian, and I am the Vanderbilt Student Body President. It is a great honor to be here in front of you today, less than 24 hours before we walk across the commencement stage, receive our diplomas, and take our first steps into the next chapters of our lives. Today, we reflect on both our amazing time at this great institution and all that we have learned. Well, we are here to celebrate and give thanks for our successes. I thought it would also be beneficial to spend a few minutes talking about situations when we didn't meet that standard. 4 years ago, I couldn't have dreamed that I would be on this dais with distinguished guests and renowned luminaries like Soledad O'Brian and Chancellor Zepos. Mainly because 4 years ago, I was a waitlist candidate for admission at Vanderbilt. Admission to our alma mater was not easy for me. The good news is that my waitlist was only temporary. After a month of very frequent calls and emails to the Vanderbilt admissions office, I received a call on May 23, 2012, notifying me of my acceptance. The admission officer even added that the admissions board was actually appreciated my perseverance and had never received so many calls from someone on the wait list. Friends who work in the admission office tell me they continue to tell the story of my perseverance. Sometimes prevailing after having first met resistance makes the outcome even more satisfying than when things come easily. Throughout my time at Vanderbilt, I have been passed over for opportunities and leadership positions and struggled with grades in some of my classes. I even changed my major 4 times. There have been times that I felt subordinate to my phenomenal peers, and I allowed my perceived inadequacies to limit me. During those times, I would think back to the sage words of Eleanor Roosevelt. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Also, my Vanderbilt experience has taught me you can't be the best at everything. The only thing you can be the best at is being yourself. You must carve your own path, find your passions, and chase them. I once heard a professor state what I am trying to say. Do what you can with what you have, where you are. I think this speaks well to what I deem my most important lesson during my 4 years at this institution. Despite our perceived inadequacies and times of struggle, Vanderbilt is awarding us all diplomas tomorrow. The seminal event will commemorate our hard work and the education we received, accomplished through countless hours we have spent in Central Library, the epiphany moments we had writing papers and finally deciding what it was we were trying to argue, and debates we had in class defending arguments we spent for days carefully crafting. However, the education we have received at Vanderbilt goes far beyond the academic requirement to earn a diploma. It includes conversations we had with friends on the Commons arguing until 2 a.m. about political beliefs, the time we were too scared to pursue an internship or leadership position because we feared rejection, but nevertheless persevered, and the moments you laughed so hard you couldn't breathe just sitting in Rand. Who can forget the first day of spring on Alumni Lawn when everyone is wearing shorts and playing Frisbee despite the fact that it's 60 degrees? Or the time we performed on stage in Diwali or in ANYF and we felt completely out of our comfort zones. And our brief lapses of judgment that told us it was okay to skip that one Buckles econ class. Or many. Our greatest accomplishments are not the honors that we receive, the leadership positions we graduate with, or the jobs waiting for us. Our greatest accomplishments include harnessing the quirks and flaws that make us human and help us to connect with and grow with those around us. At a place like Vanderbilt, filled with extraordinary people, it is often hard to remember that the things that make us extraordinary are in fact the ordinary. When you reflect on your time at this extraordinary place, I hope you look back with pride at your successes as well as your failures. On behalf of all the graduates today, thank you to our families, faculty members, and friends. Your love and guidance and education, both in the formal academic sense and through life's lessons, enabled us to share these milestone days. It is now my distinct privilege to introduce to you a role model and friend of mine, Chancellor Nicholas Zepos.